Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us. This is Dr. Shannon bringing you a message of hope today from the Inspire, and I have a very special guest with me today, my dear and precious sister, Angie. And I invited her to be a part of this today because we are spending the day together. As you probably saw from the what I wrote about today's video, it's what to do when bad things happen, when sorrow and celebration collide. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this today, but for some reason, the more we go through in life, I feel like, especially through the tough times, it feels better when we can talk about it. Today is the celebration. Is it a celebration? No, but it's a time of remembering, and in a certain way, a celebration of life, of our parents who were killed tragically in a car accident 1 year ago today. And I invited Angie to join us today because it has been, a rough 365 days, to say the least. And in our 21-day journey together of learning to love our life and our life's work well, this is something about life that all of us are going to have to deal with. I pray to God none of y'all ever have to deal with, having both your parents killed in a car accident. It's something you never expect, you can't plan for, prepare for. But nonetheless, no matter how it happens, how our loved ones leave planet Earth, whatever happens, there's no situation that's worse than another. Loss is awful. It's a terrible feeling when things don't go the way we plan, that when things happen outside of our control, and we're left reeling with the very real situation of loss and sorrow and grief and pain that is unlike anything anyone has ever experienced. And I see all y'all talking right now, and I want to say thank you for being here, everybody, because this is not an easy day. But the message that we want to share with you today is, if you're in a situation in your life where you're going through something that's tough, that it is extremely tough, the most important thing is that you love yourself well while you're going through what you're going through. Because life has a way of being tough sometimes, but if we don't become our greatest advocate, and we don't become our greatest lover, and we don't become our greatest support, and we don't become our greatest fan, it gets a lot tougher. So I said to my sis today, I was like, you know what? Yes, we're together today, and that's been the greatest thing ever. Like, how do you love your life and your life's work well, even though you go through things that are really hard and they suck, is you find the love within it, with the people you love. Yeah. So I asked Angie, I said, Angie, what is the biggest thing that you have learned from this past year?
I've learned to understand that grief is not easy, and be present, be with those that love and appreciate you, because we can't change the past, and we can't change and bring my mom and dad back as much as we would love to, but we can be present when we're with people and love each other and appreciate one another.
Thank you. Well said. Well said. And the thing is, it's like probably one of the biggest things I learned about, going through the process of grief. And I honestly believe that grief is not something that we ever really, there's an ending to it. Mm-hmm. It changes in form, and we've just said, we're going to turn our sorrow into celebration, and we're going to turn our pain into purpose. And one of the biggest things that I learned at about 6 or 8 weeks, because we were crying every single day, as all of you know, when you lose someone you love, is I remember I woke up and it was like, okay, yep, another day of grieving, and allowing ourselves to do that. The time and space, it's so important to allow yourself to feel. And as I said yesterday, and I've said before, that you got to feel it to heal it. So I'm a big proponent of that, and it's truth. But I remember I woke up And this is what I felt in my spirit. I had been dreaming about my mom and dad, and I was specifically talking to my dad. And this is what my dad said to me in my heart. He said, honey, grief is good. Feel it, but don't feed it. He said, if you feed it, he said, it's just like the stray cats on the farm. The more you feed them, the longer they'll stick around. And for me, that was like a very profound turning point in my healing process of grieving. I've continued to grieve since then, but in a different way. I feel it, but I don't feed it. Yesterday, in this same kitchen, I said to you, we're going to talk today not about what you're eating, but what's eating you. Today, I'm going to remind you, we're here to remind you that it's all about feeling it, but not feeding it. And one way to feed it is to continue to try to avoid feeling it. So feel it, heal it, and I'm so grateful we were able to make it back here. We've been out and about today. I didn't know where we were going to be. I'm so grateful that we were here on 11/11 Central with all of you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your prayers. We would not have been able to get through this last year without you, each and every one of you. So love those that are in your life. Appreciate the now. It's in the now that we find not only our love for our life, but our life's work. And that is where we can meet those we love, even in their passing. So I hope this helps you today. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I just want to thank all the friends and family out there that have been there through this last year with encouraging words, prayer, messages. We love you.
Yeah, we
and
love you.
Thank you for being there for us.
Yeah, so if you, thank you for all the hearts that are coming across and the thumbs up. Thank you for giving it a thumbs up. Truly, if you have someone in your life that is really struggling with grief and could benefit from this, please, as personal as this is, share it. We find that there's healing in telling the story as well. So thank you for being here. We love you. This is Dr. Shannon and Angie, inspiring minds that want to know and hearts that want to grow so you can love your life well.